I'm Jamal Jessie, Workforce Development Manager for Georgia Power.
Hello, Nikia Johnson, Workforce Development Specialist with Georgia Power.
So last month we had the opportunity to participate in the 13th Annual Clean Energy Alternative Fuel Roadshow with Commissioner Eccles. Uh, Obviously, 13 years of doing this, it's evolved over the years. There were a lot of electric vehicles and alternative vehicles for communities to look at. We actually looked at the workforce availability for those types of industries. Georgia is now becoming a very huge player in that market, kind of like the epicenter of the Southeast of electric vehicles. And looking at the infrastructure as well, needed to ensure that as more of these electric vehicles, alternative vehicles go on the highways, that we have the infrastructure to support them. So a great event to kind of showcase that across the community and how it can impact and help communities as well as businesses save money by maybe changing out their fleets into alternative or electric vehicles to bring back cost savings to the communities.
So with it being the 13th Annual Roadshow that Commissioner Eccles has hosted, it was my first time being a part of this event. So I found it to be a space where they were bringing in stakeholders that were related to electric transportation, just to share various different resources and provide updates on the work that's being done in the space. So all of the stakeholders, such as manufacturers, suppliers, the funding partners, and us as the workforce space, again, just in a space to share what's coming, what has been done, and just how we need to support those efforts as it relates to building the workforce around electric transportation.
The very first slide that kind of has the geography of all of the electric manufacturers in the Southeast was very definitely caught everybody's attention. I don't think anybody realized the large concentration of manufacturers as electric vehicles as well as battery manufacturers in the Southeast, as well as the number in Georgia. So that was a huge hit with the audience. A lot of people had interest in that as far as taking pictures and kind of get an idea of the type of impact the state of Georgia is going to have in the EV and battery space.
A wow factor for the presentation, as well as the graphic about the occupations, because a lot of times when we think about electric transportation, we only think about the vehicle itself or even the batteries. But the one thing on there that kind of got the attention of those in Savannah was not only are we looking at those type of occupations, but also from the IT space as well. So that was one of the occupations on that particular graphic that was highlighted and was a wow factor during the Savannah Roadshow.
There's definitely going to be more growth as these manufacturers are coming to the region, to the state. So are suppliers, as well as more battery manufacturers. So that's going to be more opportunities for jobs, which will require more education pathways into those career fields. A lot of those are new in a lot of parts of the state. So we have to build pathways to ensure that we can build a skilled workforce to meet the demand of the industries and manufacturers coming to the state.
And just by creating this awareness around what's going on in the electric transportation space, I think it's a critical indicator that businesses and just all of the stakeholders involved in this work will definitely need to be strategic in their partnerships with education partners, again, to Jamal's case in point, to be able to build out that infrastructure and what it looks like to be sure that we have the workforce. And then it's amazing that we have all of these businesses coming to Georgia, but we also need to make sure, again, that we're building that ecosystem that will support the workforce that will be needed for all of these industries that are coming here.